So I've just finished the last few chord progressions of the upcoming sample pack, and I thought it would be a good opportunity to break down a few chord progressions that work really well in lo-fi, sort of cinematic, dreamy, mellow beats. So I'll be breaking down 3 different chord progressions that work well on piano and guitar. I'll be demonstrating them on both and talking about the underpinning sort of idea behind the chord progressions. And as always, there's a new competition this week to win the Archetype Corey Wong VST. There's going to be the results for quite a big competition as well at the end of the video. And if you want some exclusive discounts when the sample pack drops, be sure to join the Discord server. You can go over to the roles section and become a beat maker, join the sample pack or the YouTube gang, and you'll get notifications relevant to whatever you join. You can join them all, join one, whatever you want. Head on over to Discord to get some exclusive discounts for launch day. There'll be more information about the pack soon, but it's going to feature the usual guitar, piano, some interesting instruments, some vocal stuff, loads of percussion and Foley. I started it months ago and there's loads of really interesting things in there. Plus there's going to be some huge competitions with pretty massive prizes. For now, I'm just going to go in and demonstrate these chord progressions, and I'll break them down on piano, guitar, talk a little bit about them. So yeah, here we go. So this first demo was recorded in C minor and 59 BPM. This was one of those progressions that I think I started on the piano first and then just transposed it to the guitar. You can get some really interesting results doing that. If you can play multiple instruments to try and transpose between the two, can be interesting. Or if you're listening to an artist that's playing a really cool guitar chord progression, try and figure it out on the piano, and vice versa. You get some interesting results that you might not necessarily have come up with yourself just jamming around on your guitar. It's a sort of 1-6-4-6, so there's 3 chords, and we go for the A flat major twice. So starting off with the guitar version, I'm playing a C minor 7 to start off with. So the way I'm playing that is 3rd fret on the A, I'm not playing the low E. So 3rd fret on the A, 5th fret on the D, 3rd fret on the G, 4th fret on the B, and then I'm actually playing the 6th fret on the E. I'm sort of playing it as like a finger style, picking a few strings at a time. But you can do whatever, you can strum it, or you can just sort of do an arpeggiated thing, whatever works for you. So yeah, start off with the C minor 7 or the 1. Then I'm going over to the A flat major 7. So for this voicing, I'm playing with my thumb on the 4th fret of the E string, muting the A string, and then I'm playing 6th fret D, 5th fret G, 4th fret B, 3rd fret E. Really nice voice in this. If you're not used to playing with your thumb, it might be a bit of an awkward one. So you can just play it without the thumb. You're still playing an A flat major 7. And then again, sort of picking it. Then over to the F minor 9. So the way I'm playing that is root note on the E. Again, for this one, I'm playing my thumb. You can use your finger on this if you want to, but I'm using my thumb. I find it a little bit easier. So 1st fret on the E string, muting the A, 1st fret, 1st fret, 1st fret, and then 3rd fret on the E. If you don't play this note, which is the G, you just play an F minor 7, which you can also works. I'm playing it with an F minor 9, and then I went back to the A flat major 7. So all in all, that's C minor 7, A flat major 7, F minor 9, back to the A flat major 7. And then if we look at that on the piano, so if I play the chords the same way as I played in the demo, C minor 7, A flat major 7, F minor 9, A flat major 7. So the way I like to play these often is your C minor 7 is here, but if I take the 3rd note off, play that with the left hand, I can also play the root note again with the left hand. And that's often the way I like to play the chords. So then I'll be playing C and G in the left hand, and then C, D sharp, and B flat in the right hand. And then to play the A flat in the right hand, we're just going to move from C, D sharp, B flat to C, D sharp, G. And in the left hand, we're moving from C, G to A flat and E flat. And then for the F minor 9, I'm playing F and C in the left hand, and then G, A flat, E flat in the right hand, and then over to the A flat major 7 again. So yeah, nice simple chord progression, but you get quite an interesting final result. And it's in C minor, so I was just guitar soloing over there, mostly with the C minor pentatonic, adding a few little notes from the C minor scale just to add a little bit more of a jazzy feel, I guess. So yeah, here is demo number 2. So this chord progression was in E minor, and I was recording the demo at 90 BPM. So it's essentially just playing some simple chord voicings, but we're layering in a pedal note, which is just going to be the open G. And the chords are all going to be played using the 4 middle strings, so the A, D, G, B. We're not playing either of the E's for the guitar. So the first chord is an E minor. So we're playing E, B, open G, which will be on every chord, and then another G in this case. So that's 7th fret, 9th fret, open, and then 8th fret. That's the E minor. So from there we go to a D add 11. So we're playing the D, A, G, F sharp, or the 5th fret, 7th fret, open, 7th fret, E minor, D add 11, up to a G. That's the G, the D, the G, and the E. So we're playing 10th fret, 12th fret, open, 12th fret. And then same positioning all the way down to the 3rd fret to play a C chord. So playing the C, G, G, E. So that's 3rd fret, 5th fret, open, 5th fret. So altogether, the first pass round sounds like this. And that last one rings out for a little bit. And then we start again. Same, E minor, D add 11, but we're going for a B minor flat 6 before going back up to the C, which was the same as last one. So the B minor flat 6 is 2nd fret, 4th fret, open, 3rd fret. So we're playing a B, F sharp, G, D. So that's the guitar section, and we'll layer that in with some piano as well. So sometimes when transposing from guitar to piano, you got to consider the specific instrument that you're working with. It might not necessarily work just as a carbon copy. You might have to alter a few things. So in the case of piano, it can mean if you're playing a guitar progression on the piano might sort of spread out the chords too much. So you might want to think about playing inversions and that sort of thing to make it work better. So we do that slightly here. So start off with E and B in the left hand, and then G and G in the right hand. And don't forget, we're going to be playing this G as a sort of pedal note, so that'll be played on all of the chords. So E minor down to the D add 11. Then we're going over to the G, but for this I'm going to play a sort of inversion. So we're playing the D and then the G in the left hand, and then in the right hand we're going to be playing the G and then the B. And then from there to the C. So we can move from a D to a C root in the left hand, and then from the B to the E in the right hand. And then for the second pass round, obviously instead of the G, we're going to be playing the B minor flat 6. So the way I'm going to be playing that is I'll play the B and the F sharp in the left hand, and then the G and the D in the right hand. And then that one resolves to the G. So, and then again for this, I'm just playing a nice bright airy guitar solo in E minor. This is more like the chord progressions. If you want me to go into soloing more, I definitely need to do a video on that soon. Do let me know in the comments down below if you're interested in that. Maybe a little bit of theory, how I approach soloing. But yeah, here is the demo for the last chord progression. So this chord progression was one, again, I started on guitar. It's in D major. I recorded a demo at 100 BPM. It's more of a sort of arpeggiated fingerstyle thing that worked quite nicely when layering with the piano as well. So for this, you're going to have to play in drop D. So if you play your D string and your E string together, tune down the E. That sounds about right. And then it's sort of similar to the pedal note in a way, but you're playing a pattern with the higher strings, and then you're just changing the bass note or the root note, which changes the chord progression up a bit. So to start off, we're playing the 4th fret on the D string, 2nd fret on the G string, 3rd fret on the B string. So for this, I was sort of palm muting to give the sort of muffled sound. Starting off, we're playing the low E open, which is a D, because we're just tuned to drop D, and then we're playing like this. Then 4th fret on the low E, 5th fret. So we're sort of playing the open, 4, 5, repeat, open, 4, 5, and then on the second pass round, I sort of play the 2nd for a little bit longer, and then 5th fret, 2nd fret, 5th fret, back to start. So often the root note can be the real sort of defining rhythm and sort of motion of the chord progression. So this is just purely focusing on that. We've got a little higher melody playing, and then we're going to play the root note, move that through the chord progression, which gives it quite a nice movement, I think. So if we look at that on piano, so again, we've got the pedal notes on the piano, playing the F sharp, the A, and the D. And the sort of pattern was F sharp, A, F sharp, D, A. So again, for this, obviously the right hand pattern is going to stay doing the same thing. And then the left hand, we've got the D, F sharp, G, D. And then for the next last round, it was E, then the G. And then if you want to, you can play the octaves on the left hand. So altogether it sounds like this. And the next round would be the E. To the G. And then that's it, really loops round. You can layer the piano and guitar together. You can mix up the instrument on the piano, play it on some MIDI guitar or MIDI, whatever. And yeah, you can get some interesting sounds. So yeah, as I said, this chord progression was in D major. So again, soloing over with the D major scale, you can try different modes and see what works for you. But yeah, all in all, quite a nice chord progression, quite an evolving sort of cinematic, I guess, progression. So that's the last chord progression, and I'll do quickly a prize draw for the previous competition, which is quite an interesting one. So the video I'm announcing the prize for today was a video where I broke down how I made a track called Clouded Dusk for the Morning Coffee Lo-Fi Girl compilation. That was back in April. I said once it hits 300 likes, I'll be giving away any VST from that video. So yeah, quite a few VSTs in this one to choose from. Could be quite expensive. So full transparency, the way I do this is I'll go onto commentpicker.com on the YouTube comment, paste the URL of the video, filter duplicate users so we've not got multiple entries per comment, include replies, that's fine, and I will blacklist myself as I probably replied to some of these comments. So we have a total of 93 unique entries. So good luck, everyone. The winner is going to be Okay, don't know how to say that, but this person, so yeah, congratulations. If for whatever reason I can't get in touch with anyone in these competitions after a few weeks, I'll probably have to roll again. But so far, everyone's got back to me, so all good there. And of course, I've got a fresh competition in this week's video. So for this week's video, I'll be giving away the Archetype Corey Wong VST. It's really great for DI guitar and DI bass. Sounds fantastic. So as soon as we hit 350 likes, I'll be giving that away. I'm smashing the likes targets really quickly at the moment, so I expect we probably will for this one too. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the chord progressions. Do remember to comment, like, and be a subscriber to the channel to enter the competitions. And yeah, it'd be great to hear from you in the comments. Catch you next week.